Racer Radio on AM 1170 The Answer is sponsored by Love Radio Network. This is Racer Radio on AM 1170 The Answer. If it's a car, motorcycle, boat, or anything else with an engine in San Diego, it's on Racer Radio. Now, here's your host, Dave Stahl.
All right, folks. Hey, welcome back. This is Racer Radio right here on AM 1170.
The Answer.
I'm Dave.
And I'm Michelle.
And we are going to sit here for about an hour and chat with you about everything, from a motorsport point of view. We went to Barona last night. Michelle went to an event up for Steve McQueen, so it's been pretty fun-filled.
We have had a big weekend.
Yeah,
so fun.
Ugly.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Barona. Speaking of fun, Barona last night was a blast. We have to thank not only Dirt Dude for being just an amazing host and taking just very good care of us, but everybody at the track, the Salazar family, and Brittany Sandoval, the driver of the number 37 dwarf car, all took good care of us and made sure we were super happy. And we had just the most fun, and it was a great evening. Huge turnout.
That 1,040.
Yeah, there was a heck of a time finding parking.
So we thank,
directed us.
But we thank you fans for filling the seats. I'm telling you, in the hillsides, because that's what's going to keep this track alive and well. And
it makes it more fun when there's more people. It's just more fun. There were so many people tailgating. If I had gotten there early, I'm sure I wouldn't have had a problem at all setting up my own tailgate and barbecuing and having a lot of fun with a lot of other people.
Absolutely. And I got to tell you that, the Salazars have really ramped it up. I mean, they have got the track dialed in. They got the stands. They got all kinds of they're still working on the sound system, which is just a matter of time. In fact, if you're listening out there, I need you to text me. You might be able to help them. They need somebody to help them wire a sound system for Barona. So, Steve, you know who I'm talking to. If you're there, Facebook message me or send me an email. We'd like to hook up and see if we can't get a better sound system out there. But
sure.
All right, so hey, we've got Trisha Salazar on the line. Trisha, how are you today?
Good. How are you guys?
Just fine. We also have Dirt Dude. You want to jump on board as well, sir? How you doing, buddy?
What's up, guys?
Boy, what a night last night, huh, Trish?
Yeah, I have to say it was pretty awesome. It was top of the charts.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think you've had attendance that high before, have you? Wasn't that one of your highest attended events?
Definitely not since I've been to Salazar, for sure.
Yeah, but you only been at Salazar for 20 minutes. So what does that tell anybody? Hey, Dirt Dude, would you not think that's the largest group you've had?
That's the largest group since I've been going to it, but talking to Troy and Todd last night, back in '99, they used to get like 3,000 there.
Oh, wow.
They parked all the way out to the street. They would fill up the drag strip area even.
Jeez. Well, there's our challenge.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, man, that figure 8 race, that was a heart attack.
It was.
Jeez Louise.
The family with the 58 car was sitting right with us, and they were freaking out because it was his first time in that race in a figure 8 car ever.
You know which one we're talking about?
Oh.
The one that had all the guns down the side of the car?
Military. Yeah.
That's right. Yes, the black and orange car.
Yes.
Beautiful car. And now he's raced with you guys before, but he's never done figure 8.
And then he got plowed into by the number 9 car, the yellow taxi.
At the very end. He went left and the other guy went right.
And the family just picked up and ran away.
Well,
it was funny.
Yeah, Michelle asked her, he says, well, how does this bother you? She says, I am petrified.
Yeah.
And then her husband got smacked. But no, I got to tell you, dude, that figure 8 track is fast.
I actually heard from a few people last night that it was hands down the best figure 8 race they've seen, even from Paris.
I can imagine. Yep.
I'm getting goosebumps on top of goosebumps.
It was nonstop action.
Because I told Michelle, I says, you normally see these figure 8 races and they're kind of pansying around because nobody wants to.
Well, yeah, we saw it last year. When we went to the Barona Speedway last year, they did figure 8s. Yeah. But this one, there was so much more action. It was crazy. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Well, the car count was pretty much double from what we've had in the past 4 that we've ran.
Well, I tell you what.
3, rather.
Yeah, well, from the people that we were listening to and they were talking to it, I mean, and you could hear it, man. All around the stands. Oh my gosh, everybody was deep breaths, and
everybody had their video cameras out, and it was great.
Yeah. Now you got all the videos up on the Barona website yet?
I went live last night watching it. This whole Facebook's kind of new to me, going live and stuff, but I did watch it going live last night on our page. So
cool.
Yeah, it's up on there. And I haven't had a chance to go check everything else out yet. So, but I just want to real quick. The reason why I'm calling in, not to step on Dirt Dude's toes or anything or whatnot, but I'm personally coming on here on behalf of me and my family, the Salazars. I don't know if you all know that Marv Chapman, Debbie Chapman, they've been a part of our family for a very, very long time.
Oh, yeah.
A huge staple to our program, and they have they've retired. They're moving. They're out of state, and they're gone.
Right.
They're leaving.
Right.
Yeah.
So my whole purpose of my phone call is I just want to call in and just say thank you to them. Thank you isn't enough. There's not enough words to thank both of them for everything they've done for the racing community, Barona, my family. I'm just calling in to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts, and we're deeply going to miss both of them.
I'm so glad you did that, because I've known Debbie since Cajon Speedway when she started Racers Against Drugs. All of her money any money that she won at the track went right straight to racers. This girl and both of them were so dedicated for keeping kids off of drugs. Michelle and I stopped at Holly was with me yesterday. We stopped by the Racers Against Drugs booth out at the Del Mar Fairground. I highly recommend people stop by and take a look. Yeah, she's going to be sadly missed, but that's okay. She's going to miss us more, and she's going to. She's going to come back. She's not going to be able to stand it. She's going to have to come back and visit. But no, I'm really glad you did that.
They both put their heart and souls in it, and I just wanted to recognize that to them in the racing community. So,
and thank you so much.
This is why I'm here.
Yeah, thank you so much for your hospitality last night. We really enjoyed it.
It was an honor to have you guys out there. You have to come back.
Well, we
of course
definitely going to do it again. We definitely got to give it because I tell you, it was. And I got to tell you, I didn't even have to wear a jacket last night. Imagine that.
No.
Yeah. I didn't have to wear a jacket. It was just.
the weather was great.
It was perfect. The racing was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
It was,
all the classes of racing, which brings us to Dirt Dude.
Yeah, Dirt Dude. So how did it go last night?
Well, you got most of it right. We had 1,040 fans, which is, amazing. Weather was perfect. Had 81 cars show up. And it was just a great night of racing. Like I said, Todd and Judy and Trish and Troy been working on this track.
Yeah.
Troy worked on it yesterday, and Todd, they were chasing it all night to get that perfect track. And so by the time we get around to main event, it's starting to roll in. We're getting a good track. The Wharf cars were the first ones out last night. 27 Austin Wyling got a main event win. And then it went from there. We started going on with a street stock. Dave Capella had a strong running car. No one could really catch him. He got a main event win. Tom Smith came all the way out of Norco. He normally runs up north in his Paris area. He got a main event win last night. Rocket of a car again, another one that was really super fast. Rolls-Royce Henry, good battle with the 36 Bill Miller out of Yuma, Arizona. But Royce Henry got his fourth main event win. Russell Staley got his fourth main event win in the pony stock. And then Dennis Taylor got his fifth main event win in a pro stock pony. And pure stocks, Rick Eichstead, we turned him around backwards last night. It's one of those things. Pure stock has to be neutrally set up to run left or right. So what the heck? We got a huge car count, a huge fan count. Let's run the Pures backwards. So we ran the Pures backwards, and it was a good race. I mean, so, really good battle going on.
Let's talk a little bit about that just for a second.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you did this, and you didn't announce it to the drivers until they were on the track, correct?
I don't think anyone knew about it. I didn't know about it. Trish came up and told me, she's like, yeah, they're going to stop on the front straightaway for like an announcement. I'm like, okay, Troy wants to do a formal announcement or something. Okay, get him out there. And I start walking down there. I'm going to the flag stand, and the flagman's like, dude, we're turning around. That's what they're here. We're turning around. I'm like, I turn around and look at everybody in the stands. I'm like, you guys want to see him run backwards? And everyone starts cheering. Yeah.
It was classic.
Why not?
Awesome.
Now you guys don't do that all the time. You just like a whim.
Like a random thing, right?
Wow.
Yes.
What it is random. And
Yeah.
like I said, these pure stocks are supposed to be pure stock.
Yes.
And these guys will still set them up to run left for left-hand turns. Well, every once in a while you surprise them and you're like, hey, guess what? You're running right tonight. And you don't tell them, not even practice.
It was great.
As soon as they know, all you got to do is drop air pressure on one side, raise air pressure on the other, and you already got staggered or your bias that you want a little bit. Yeah. So if they're rolling out there and they've already got the cars low pressure on the left, high pressure on the right to give it the what your setup is going to be, then hey, you're not going to turn left. You're not going to turn right when you need to.
And I
want to go left all the time.
I think it was fantastic.
And going into turn 4, going to 3, 2, and 1.
Yeah.
That I mean, those guys were bailing into turn 4.
It was great.
They had to think twice. Like, is this thing going to turn or is it not?
What an equalizer!
It's a lot different because basically you're changing your entry point, your braking point, and everything like that. So, but a lot of these guys like were drifting way out and like way on the outside of 1 and 2. I was like, wow, are they going to recover?
I know. And then of course after that, what was the next group?
We did an Ultimate Figure 8, and Mike Learwell got a main event win. Ken McWilliams came in second. Ed Buston came in third. The 10 came all the way down from Norco to Jesse Gordon. He had an incident first couple laps with 47 Tanner Paquette, and it was all on the internet. I saw, I'm friends with Jesse Gordon on the internet. He had videos of what happened, and then people had videos of what happened because as soon as he took the checkered flag, someone had stopped in the act. Someone didn't see that. They were going through kind of blind and just took out 4 cars, wadded them up after the checkered flag. I'm like,
yeah, what was up with that? Yeah, that was so, I mean, and like the one car, what, the 28? 28
and the 80, Chris Wilder, didn't see, I guess someone stopped in the center. Someone didn't see the stopping, and they just all piled into each other.
I couldn't. And I think the one that stopped, wasn't that banana yellow, if I'm not mistaken, or some bright color? I don't know how they could not have seen that, but golly.
Yeah, there's a few. I'm just like, how? But Ken McWilliams, he came in second, but he had to actually have his car loaded onto the trailer because it was bent up pretty good.
They're all bent.
I'm sure it's stuff he can fix, but there's a lot of sheet metal.
Yeah.
I know Chris Wilder's car was a lot of body damage to it.
Jeez.
It was just an awesome night of racing. The fans loved it. I mean, I looked back over my shoulder in the stands, and everyone is standing watching this race.
Nobody left early.
Yeah.
I'm going to
nobody.
But Trish, I have to bring up something because I'm sitting there going, geez, now everything's over. I got to get up at dark 30 for KUSI. I'm never going to get out of here. I don't know what you guys do to empty that track, but we stood around, talked for 5-10 minutes. We walked to our car and we rolled right out. I was totally impressed with that because most facilities don't have a exit plan that works. And I'm telling you folks out there, if you've never been to Barona and that's your concern, it's not a concern. That place emptied out. Now, a lot of people stay. They camp. There was so many campers out there. It reminded me of RV Solutions.
No, it was a good night. All in all, we're very impressed, all of us. I also would like to shoot a shout out to Mike Learwell. He really stepped up with PRI Crane. He took his crane down at the bottom of 67 and hung a big banner for I think a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, at that hay sale place, and hung a banner up for the figure eights. And he stepped up to help a lot, and we couldn't have done it without Mike Learwell. So I'd like to thank him as well. But
also, just so you'll know, Trish.
It was awesome.
Hey, Trish, just so you'll know, I talked to Mark Larson this morning, and he may have a guy that can come out and give technical assistance to the sound system.
I had a deep conversation about it last night, and I'm going to diligently be working on that in the next 2 weeks, and we're going to get it taken care of too. So I'll reach out to him. I appreciate that.
And if you need my help, any way, shape, or form, you're more than happy to, and hope we'll see you guys on KOSI. All right, well, hey, enjoy the rest of your afternoon. You guys did an awesome job. Dirt Dude, what's coming up next and when?
Just going back to our normal night of racing for a couple of the races, the June 16th, the June 30th, and then back in towards the end of the month again, and then we're going to be bringing back, once again, California Lightning Sprints got read out 2 races, so we're taking them back for those 2 races, and that's going to be August 25th, and our last race of the season, August 20th, and we have another figure 8 scheduled for August 6th.
All right, buddy. Tricia.
October 6th.
Tricia, thank you very much. We're definitely going to keep working together and make this thing happen and make it even bigger, because now we got to get to 1,500. Dirt Dude.
Thank you. Greatly appreciate it. Nice seeing you all.
Yeah, our pleasure. Dirt Dude, I heard the attendance was because of you. So, hey, nice little feather in your cap.
I'm the white noise at that track. Everyone barely pays attention to me. Everyone's there to watch the racing, but I cannot thank our volunteers that work at that track, tells our family, everyone enough that put the work into that track to get it where it's at right now.
You got it. All right. Well, hey, it's only the beginning.
Great job. Good to see you.
BaronaSpeedway.com. BaronaSpeedway.com. Check it out.
Last night, for example, a young racer, probably 11 or 12 years old, came right up to Dave.
Oh.
I'm not recognizable. No, I kind of fly under the radar, but Dave is a very tall guy. He's in a red, white, and blue American
flag
shirt.
Yeah.
And here we go with this kid coming up and stars in his eyes. And it was the cutest thing ever. He came up and said, oh my gosh, I'm meeting Dave Stahl. He could barely talk to him. Yeah. And so he says to Dave, I'd like to talk to you. And of course, Dave is so nice to these young kids. And,
sure.
And you told him, and if you want to come on the radio show, let's go talk to your dad. And so we got the dad rounded up.
His dad was walking by, and he chased his dad down and drug him over.
And that's the thing. These kind of kids are who we support and love to have them be inspired by other racers who've come up just like they have. And yes, it's possible.
That's why adults should keep their mouth in line. Remember, children look up to you. And I don't care if you're a football, baseball, basketball, hockey, ping pong ball, or even a goofy old radio announcer. You have to be cognizant of what you say in the public, because you can affect a lot. What if I'd have said something totally terrible in front? That it would have destroyed that kid. I know it would have, and that's and I think more and more people in the United States need to think twice before they open their mouth. Don't be so mean and nasty. There's no reason for it. But we're gonna put him on TV.
Oh, great!
So I must get his dad's. Here's another one. This is the reason we do what we do. So I'm talking to the kid. I don't even know if you were standing there.
I was. His name is Garrett, by the way, and he drives a number 55, and he's a super stock racer at Barona.
And so the dad gave up racing about 7 years ago because he broke a rear end. And he barely had enough money to get to the track as it was. He broke a rear end, and that was the end of it. So he hasn't raced since. So his kid says, Dad, I want to start racing. And he says, son, your grades are terrible. Your grades are in the tank. If you get your grades up and get your act together, get straight A's, I'll buy you a race car. Well, guess what? He's now going to be in a pure stock car next season because his kid's gotten straight A's, not once, not twice. And his little sister was with her too. And the dad says, yeah, and he's got to get straight. And the little girl says, no. A's and B's, Dad. You said A's and B's the next time. Oh, that's right. Yeah, A's and B's. We'll keep you in a car. And so, the moral to that story is, folks, you want to keep your kids motivated, you give them a carrot. It could be a race car. It could be a piano. It could be a guitar. Find whatever it is to motivate your children, and then keep them motivated and help them through that. But, yeah, no, it was a good time. I mean, it's truly a hassle for Michelle to come down because she's got to come all the way down from Irvine, but she did stay at the Barona Hotel. So why don't you do a mini review on the Barona Hotel just so you could maybe send them a copy of this? They might appreciate it and maybe help you out next time. They
were extraordinarily hospitable to me. I travel by myself, and it's hard for me to find places sometimes and all that, but it was a very easy to find hotel. Beautiful grounds. It's 8 stories high for the hotel. It's adjoined to the casino. The hotel itself doesn't have the casino in it. It's right next to it, but it's beautiful construction. They put me in a very nice room with a view of the canyon. Very, very well appointed.
They even gave you a choice of which way you wanted to look.
When I came in, they said, which way would you want to look, which direction, and which floor would you like? So yeah, they were great. No problems at all. It was like a 4-star hotel. They even wave at you every time you come in, anywhere you come in, a casino or anywhere, they wave at you and say hello. And do you need anything?
One of the things that you were sort of surprised, it's alcohol free.
Yeah, it is alcohol free. There's no alcohol there because of that narrow 67 one way in each direction road. Yeah. It's too narrow, and be careful driving up and down. That's all.
So we were, so good. I'm glad, that worked out.
The hotel did work out, and they're very solidly booked. So book ahead.
Yeah, like
it's very hard to get a room there because it is very nice.
Yeah, so that's probably right. Like 6 months ahead, maybe.
Probably. So are we all?
I think we're just about ready to wrap it up.
Yes.
Next week we got a whole lot more coming in. What are you driving?
I am driving a Kia Stinger. I've got back-to-back 2 Stingers. So if you'd like to check out what I've been driving and what Dave's been driving, go to the You Ought to Know page on Facebook. That's where we post all our pictures. And we talk briefly about what we're doing. And also, Racer Radio has its own Facebook page.
And carcentric.net.
So those are all the places to go for keeping up with us in between radio shows. So we'll see you next Sunday at 3 o'clock for Racer Radio, 2 o'clock for You Ought to Know, and 1 o'clock for Green Machine.
AM 1170.
The Answer. Happy trails from AM 1170, The Answer.
Who cares about the clouds if we're together?
Just sing a song and bring the sunny weather.
Happy trails to you till we meet again. Some trails are happy.
Racer Radio on AM 1170 The Answer is sponsored by Love Radio Network.